Hey friends, welcome back to our chapter reading. Today we are continuing with Into the Wild, yet another misadventure by Doreen Cronin and illustrated by Stephen Gilpin. So we are jumping back into chapter 3. Here is the picture. The birds are observing the new box, trying to see what kind of animal or very dangerous creature might be inside of that new box. "What is it?" asked Sugar, sitting behind her sister. "A polar bear? A lion? A shark?" Dirt and Sugar had a clear view from a tree limb about 15 feet above the ground. "The box is in the shade, and whatever's inside the box, it's kind of grayish, so I can't make it out. But I don't think it's big enough to be a polar bear or a lion. And, well, I'm pretty sure we can rule out shark in a box." "Sharks can be gray," said Sugar. "And we haven't observed long enough to rule out anything just yet. Keep an open mind." "I'm ruling out shark," said Dirt. "Suit yourself. What is the not a shark doing?" asked Sugar impatiently. "I can see a flash of white and what I think is a food bowl. I think it's chewing," said Dirt, her binoculars trained on the box. "Write that down," said Sugar. Dirt lowered her binoculars and picked up the observation log. A few seconds went by. "What's it doing now?" asked Sugar. Dirt picked her binoculars back up. "Chewing," she said. They're observing in disguise. I like their mustache disguises. "Write that down," said Sugar. Dirt lowered her binoculars and picked up the observation log. A few seconds went by. "What's it doing now?" asked Sugar. Dirt picked her binoculars back up. "Chewing," she repeated. "Write that down," said Sugar. "Sharks chew. Are you sure it's not a shark?" "Wouldn't it be easier if I just tell you what I see and you write it in the log?" said Dirt. "No one said surveillance was easy, kid," answered Sugar. "If I do all the work, how will you learn anything?" Dirt shook her head and turned her attention back to the binoculars. "It stopped chewing," announced Dirt. "Write that down," said Sugar. "Every detail is important." Sugar and Dirt sat in silence for a minute. Then Sugar took out her own binoculars and focused on the box. "Time to call it a day, kid. 3 minutes is up." "I'm still not sure 3 minutes is enough time to really observe something and gather information," said Dirt. Sugar turned around, her mouth full of marshmallows. "Forget the time," she mumbled. "Let me see the log." She read Dirt's entries out loud. "Watching the creature, chewing, chewing, chewing. Stop. I like carrots too. Watching the creature." There's Sugar reading the observation log. "Hopping, hopping, hopping. Stop. Are you dangerous? I bring you to your first stakeout and you spend all your time writing poetry?" Sugar slammed the observation log closed. "It was an accident," said Dirt. "Poetry's never an accident, kid," replied Sugar. Dirt opened her beak to say something, and then she changed her mind. "I don't want to embarrass you in front of the squad," said Sugar, lowering her voice. "But I didn't see the hopping you claim to have seen in your log. You might want to take that part out before we report back to headquarters." "You may have been napping," said Dirt. "Happens on surveillance all the time, kid," Sugar chuckled, "especially the long ones." Dirt stared at Sugar for a moment and then packed up her binoculars and observation log. She waited until her sister was out of earshot. 3 minutes, she muttered to herself. 3 minutes. Chapter 4. "Listen up, squad," said Sugar. "The bad news is we still have no idea what's in the box. The other bad news is Dirt used all her surveillance time to write poetry." "I didn't do it on purpose," protested Dirt. So Sugar is not very happy with Dirt's surveillance style. Sugar rolled her eyes. So unless Sweetie observed something we didn't, I'm pretty sure we will never get close enough to the box to find out what's in it. And we should proceed as if it is a dangerous wild animal, possibly a shark. And we are all in imminent danger. We ruled out shark, yelled Dirt. No, kid, you ruled out shark. And I'm not completely comfortable with that. Sweetie, sighed Dirt, can you read us what you have in your observation log? No, replied Sweetie. Why not? Asked Dirt. Spying is wrong, said Sweetie. I climbed up to the gutter just like you said, but I felt funny watching someone without his or her permission, so I slid down the pipe, rolled across the lawn, and came back here. How did we miss that? Asked Dirt. Apparently I wasn't the only one napping, replied Sugar. So Sweetie didn't even do her spying job. But based on your observations, continued Sweetie, it sounds to me like there's a rabbit in the box. Why in the world would you say that? Demanded Sugar. Dirt's poem about chewing and hopping, answered Sweetie. That's what rabbits do. I told you it was a poem, grumbled Sugar. Dirt paced back and forth excitedly. So your hypothesis, based on our observations, is that the creature in the box is a rabbit. What do you guys think? Does it sound like it might be a rabbit in that box? It's an interesting hypothesis. So what I hear you saying, remarked Sugar, is that 3 minutes of skillful observation was plenty of time to gather information, form a hypothesis, and take a nap. That's what I hear you saying. I think what I'm saying is that if it eats like a rabbit and hops like a rabbit, it's probably a rabbit, said Sweetie. You've come a long way, kid, said Sugar. Thanks, sis, said Sweetie. All right, kid, said Sugar. Enough blubbering. Rabbits aren't dangerous, are they? Asked Poppy. Not at all, replied Sugar, unless you're a carrot. Then why is it in a box? Asked Poppy. Rabbits are helpless, explained Sugar. They can only eat salad, they can't handle the stairs, and I'm pretty sure the ears are just for show. Uh-oh, cried Dirt from the door. We have a really big problem. We sure do, kid, said Sugar. I think I just ruined Easter for Poppy. No, look, said Dirt. Look at the rabbit box. The door is wide open and the rabbit is gone. Oh no, poor bunny, cried Sweetie. It will never survive on its own. We're going after it, declared Sugar. Grab the emergency survival kits. We don't have emergency survival kits, announced Dirt. We have our spy kits, suggested Poppy. Will they help us in an emergency? Fake mustaches, marshmallows, and observation logs, said Sugar, deep in thought. Perfect! The chickens zipped up their plastic baggies and lined up at the door. Come on, squad, yelled Sugar. Into the wild! She waited until they were a few feet away from the chicken coop. Now, put on your mustaches and marshmallow belts. It's for your own safety. All right, we're going to stop there and we will jump back in next time and see what happens next. See ya!